What's going on YouTube? It's your girl Mercedes. Sadie's gang? You feel me? The gang? Because we don't come with no price tag, period. Anyways, y'all, I'm back with another little reaction video. When Nickelodeon Was Black by Antonio Speaks. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let's get into it. I ain't even gonna do no more talking. I'm pretty sure y'all remember when this era was around, so let's get into it.
Nickelodeon was black. Do y'all remember this era? From the early 90s up until about the mid 2000s, Nickelodeon was actually Nickelodeon. I'm talking about shows with fully black cast members and seeing full-on representation of black culture. Our music was highlighted, the swag was shown off, and you even had niche culture references brought up in these shows. It's just so crazy to look back and see how different things are from today. We live in an era now where even the sight of a single black person gets the show labeled as woke, or that character being labeled a DEI hire. Just take a look at this screenshot. Even though it's a video game, this sums up how a lot of people feel about us. They truly don't want to see us in no type of media. Anyway, black Nickelodeon was all by design.
According to the New York Times, a 1989 Nielsen report, the company that does rating, found that blacks spend significantly more time watching television than non-blacks do. Starting in 1990, the networks decided to double down on that black audience. Think ABC with Family Matters, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and NBC with The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The company that really went all in was Fox, which was founded only a few years earlier. Fox knew in order to be competitive with the big three, they had to dominate this market. So they picked up In Living Color, Martin, Living Single, then the WB would follow. This strategy lasted pretty much until the late 90s. Around that time, networks started seeing success in teen-based dramas. Think One Tree Hill, Gilmore Girls. Coupled with the reality show boom of the early 2000s and competition shows like American Idol, that rating show attracted a multiracial audience. So the networks went in a different direction, which is why we saw a decade-plus gap in the 2000s of little to no black shows.
So Nick's strategy was simple. Use black people in the culture to attract a broader audience and then pivot over time. I call it the Post Malone method. Now today we're gonna take a look back at some of these classic Nickelodeon shows and take a trip down memory lane. Now disclaimer, I am a 2001 baby, so a lot of these shows I may have fuzzy memory with. Mainly I probably caught these shows while watching reruns, and some I may not have even seen at all. Nonetheless, I still want to highlight these classics, and if you remember any of these shows, man, drop a comment down below. No more talking, let's hop into this video.
Man. Some on my monitor.
Now, the first show I want to highlight in this video is All That. Released in 1994 and running all the way up until 2005, this is one of the highest rated Nickelodeon shows back in the 1990s. Now, the cast from season 1 wasn't all black, but it was very diverse. There was great representation, and black people made up the majority. The premise of this show was very simple, though. It was like Saturday Night Live, but for kids. There were fast-paced comedy sketches with recurring characters and catchphrases. Now, the thing that really made this show stand out was the music element and how it highlighted, you know, hip-hop, R&B, which is a huge part of the black culture. The intro song was an absolute classic, sang by the legendary group TLC. Now, towards the end of every episode and all that, there were guest musical performances, and I'll list off just a few that were featured on the show. Aaliyah, Brandy, Usher, Monica, 112, Destiny Child, The Brat, Nas, Outkast, Busta Rhymes, Ice Cube. I told y'all, man.
Boy, time was so amazing back then. Like, I really just don't know where we went wrong. Hold on, y'all. Damn.
It was Nickelodeon. Now, the next show I want to talk about is Kenan and Kel. Aired on Nickelodeon from 1996 to 2001. This series starred Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell from their previous show, All That. In this series, there are two best friends that get into all type of crazy adventures in Chicago. Like I stated, I was a 2001 baby, but from the reruns, Kel was always like the crazy one, energetic, sometimes dumb, and then Kenan was more chill and relaxed, but they meshed together perfectly. Just like All That, this show was heavily influenced on hip-hop. The introduction to the show was written and performed by the artist Coolio. And although, man, this show was well received, it even won favorite TV show at the 1998 Kids' Choice Awards. Both Kel and Kenan Thompson are solidified in the culture. They even had some movies together, Good Burger and Good Burger 2. After the show ended, they both
Would you like to order a Good Burger? Oh my gosh, I remember that movie. That shit was crazy.
Had success as well. Kel, not as much as Kenan. He has some rough parts, but overall, I love these brothers. Next up, we have Cousin Skeeter. To be honest with y'all, I never watched the show, but after looking at the cast, like, I have to bring this show up. It was loaded. We got Robert Richards, Bill Bellamy, Megan Good, Rodney Sheridan. All of these people we went on to see have, you know, great or successful acting careers. Running from 1998 to 2001, this is a live-action sitcom blending traditional teen comedy with puppetry. What makes this show different, though, and I've seen a lot of people talk about, was how it represented a different type of black people, the black middle class. In this series, you will see stable family dynamics and teen social life that was rooted in community. In this show, it centers around Bobby Walker, whose life is disrupted by the arrival of his cousin Skeeter. But despite him being a puppet, he was a part of the family, y'all. He was still a real nigga. And to add the cherry on top, this show once again showed love to the culture. The theme song for Cousin Skitter was performed by R&B group 702, and it's a whole vibe. Next up, we got Romeo. Airing from 2003 all the way to 2006, Romeo is a teen sitcom centered around Romeo Miller, son of Percy Miller, aka Master P, and he is also in this show as well. In this series, we see a confident and musically gifted middle schooler navigating friendship, school, and family life. This is another show that I'm not that too familiar with. I do know much about Romeo though, man. I know in the 2000s, him and Bow Wow had that whole little beef going on.
I remember this whole little squabble they had going on. That shit was funny. But no, I didn't get to watch too much of Romeo either. I know it was a good show, and I seen like a few episodes, but I never really sat down and watched it.
I was young, but I was still tapped in. I probably would have leaned more with Bow Wow though, bro. I don't know. Anyway, in this show, just like all the others, were heavily influenced by hip-hop. Romeo at that time was a rapper, so the show was just a mixture of his real life and, you know, added on things. Now, this next show, I vividly remember it, okay? Just Jordan. Aired from 2007 to just 2008. This is one of the shortest shows on this list. This series follows Jordan James Lewis, a teenager who moves from Arkansas to LA with his mom and sister after his parents divorced. In the new city of LA, Jordan tries to fit in at school, deal with family dynamics, and navigate friendships and some crushes. Before we dive into more of the story, I want to talk about my boy Jordan first. Better known as Lil JJ, my boy was already clouded before this TV show. Now, Lil JJ first came into the spotlight when he won BET's Comedy Talent Search named Coming to the Stage.
Now I'm gonna cry again, and I want y'all to say, what's wrong, JJ? All right, y'all got that?
This was the catalyst to his career, and after this, we started seeing him in a lot of notable films. He played as the character Willie in the movie Barbershop, Up in the movie Crossover, and a cast member on Nickelodeon's All That in its 10th season. Now, on Just Jordan, many of the plots center around his friends. Tony is a friend that I vividly remember. He was an Asian American.
What was he? He was off of that one movie. What was it called? 21 and Over. This shit was wild.
Throughout the show, we see them do all types of crazy things. Learning how to play karate, giving church performances, and even cosplaying as thugs to pull some girls, bro. Just dumb shit. Another one of his friends in the show is a girl named Tangi. She's also his cousin. Played by Raven Goodwin, we all notably know her from her Disney Channel show where she plays Ivy in Good Luck Charlie. But in Just Jordan, she basically acts the same way. Outspoken, very smart, and she has like this love-hate relationship with Jordan. The thing I don't like about her character though is how they have her chasing around Tony. She just makes jokes all the time, trying to get towards him, and he never even pay her any mind. What you will notice is that a lot of these shows love to do that too. People that society deems unattractive, okay? Tangi is a dark-skinned, bigger girl that maybe the cast members thought wasn't as attractive for Tony to even talk to. Y'all know I gotta get deep. That's just my thoughts. Now, another thing I want to bring up is the dynamic between Jordan's sister, Monica, aka Momo, and his grandfather. I love it. He spoils her and has a very hard time telling her no. From having tea parties together, playing chess, their bond is unbreakable. Unfortunately, in the show, we don't see Jordan's father, so it's great to see that the grandfather is like, you know, the father presence. I wouldn't say that this show feeds into stereotypes at all because they tell you that the father was divorced. It wasn't like he was never in the picture. Jordan's mom in the show though, she is very overprotective. Everything she does is just purely out of love and trying to protect Jordan. Nothing that is crazy. She isn't stereotypical, she's not sassy. She drops gems all the time, and at first she may seem like she doesn't understand you or she goes against what Jordan wants to do, but eventually she gives in and understands his point of view. I vividly remember this one episode where Jordan, like, he snuck and got a grill. His mom told him to get rid of it, and then it ends up getting stuck and it made his breath stink. The storyline was very familiar to things I've seen in my real life. My older brother, I remember growing up, man, he used to do a lot of dumb stuff. He reminded me of Jordan, but I remember distinctly like he snuck and got a grill one day and he didn't tell my parents. They didn't get too mad, but it was like, so I can literally just see my real life into that show, man. I can relate to it. Anyways, the show was amazing to me. I hate the fact that it was so short. It only had 29 episodes. This is all for a reason though. Because of the 2007-2008 writer's strike, Just Jordan got cut. They were actually in the middle of producing and filming season 3 when the show ended up getting cut. Now, this is what the studio says, but Jordan, the actual actor, had this to say in real life. In a Facebook post, Jordan stated the following: Just Jordan got canceled. I ain't giving up no ass. With everything that was happening behind the scenes at Nick with Dan Schneider and all this other stuff, it's hard.
It's
hard not to believe this. Jordan ended up having a great life anyway. He went to college, still starring some films here and now, and just by taking a look at his social media, he's living a happy and healthy life. What you will notice is that these really big, you know, child stars. Once they get older, they've lost their minds, strung out on drugs. So I'm very happy that my boy was able to get out and, you know, be the bright person that we remember him as. Now, the final show I want to add to this list is True Jackson VP. I know a bunch of my Gen Zs remember this one now. This isn't necessarily a black show, but the lead is a black woman and the cast is very diverse. Airing from 2008 to 2011, this series follows True Jackson, played by Keke Palmer, a confident and creative 15-year-old girl from Brooklyn who unexpectedly becomes the vice president of youth apparel at a major fashion company called Mad Style. Now, this show is a little fuzzy in my mind. I watched it and I'm very aware of it, but for some reason I just can't remember a lot of the episodes. But with this show, you can truly see the direction that Nick was going. The cast wasn't as black as it was used to be. White people were becoming the majority, and this was because Nick numbers were now up. They didn't need black people anymore. So True Jackson VP was the last black show of my era that I can vividly remember.
That's crazy, because that is true.
That's it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know some shows that I missed. Like I said, I am a 2001 baby. I actually envy a lot of you early 90s babies. Whether y'all know it or not, y'all grew up in the golden era. The representation from TV shows, the video games, it was crazy just looking back. Like I stated, man, in 2026,
I ain't gonna lie, they had it all back then. I mean, let's be real. They had true love. They had real love back then. They had good music, good food, good clothes, good aura, good vibe. I mean, you could never really go wrong in the 90s, for real. I mean, it was just all really good. I would say more so going into the 2000s, but now I don't even know.
People act like we some foreign entity when we're seen on the screen, dog. It's just shocking when you take a look back and see how things used to be, man. But no more talking. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all want to see something similar to this, go check out black representation in TV shows.
Oh, that one was good. I seen that one already. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, man. He do got a point on a couple of those shows. I'm just mad that, like, I had to find out most of the, like, especially the Jordan show. Like, I didn't know it got cut due to this and that. Like, what? That's crazy. I miss when mainstream black shows were more common. I still watch them, but it is I miss when black shows and movies showed the good side of being black. Now when it comes to good representation, it's rare to find. Facts. I ain't gonna lie, that's facts right there. It's crazy that we were going so backwards nowadays when it comes to representation. I don't know what happened. It is kind of annoying though how they used, I feel like they kind of just used black people and like our culture to just kind of help them get up there. I don't know, because that's just what I'm seeing like at this point. I'm late, Gen Z, and I miss the 90s. Okay, all right, y'all. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch y'all in another mother freaking video. Deuces.